Hello, congratulations. I'm cold in this room.
Are you? I'm sweating buckets, so.
Your outfit looks sick.
I missed the memo that I'm in LA and not New York anymore.
You know, Sophie, I want to start with the fact that, you know, you're not the first person to play Shannon in live action, but I'm so curious because I imagine there's a responsibility that you feel to, like, nail who this real life person is, but there's also the intuition as a performer of, like, wanting to balance that out and add your own stamp. So what was that balance for you?
Yeah, it's a great question because it was a new and interesting challenge for me to, yes, morph Shannon as an adult and who she is and who I see her to be and who she is in the script now in a different part of her life to who she was when Madeline played her, and Madeline did an incredible job. So there was wanting to honor Madeline's performance and what she had built with Shannon. Also honor the audience because I didn't want it to be jarring for them to come in and it be like, who's this chick? So also trying to, you know, play true to their version of Shannon. And we were very lucky in the script in that we do have that 10-year jump. So that was a blessing in that I could honor Madeline's version and younger Shannon, and then I had this transition period where I could, you know, change her body language a bit and age her a bit and just show life in her, in the way she reacts to stuff. I think when she's younger, she definitely has a younger energy and she shows emotion a lot more openly, and then as she's older, she's a lot more reserved is a sort of tainted word. She's not reserved in a way that she doesn't show things, but she kind of has to hold it together a bit more. So even we see two versions of her, one in the hospital with Sam when she's younger and she's blubbering and she's panicking and she says to Bart, I'm scared. And then when we see Shannon older, she doesn't vocalize that she's scared because she can see Bart scared, and so she becomes the calm one, even though inside there's obviously turmoil going on. And I thought that was a really great opportunity to show her growth.
Yeah, you know, I think it's something about the intention of how you express yourself or when you choose to speak up, right?
Yeah.
I think that comes through. But, and you know, Arielle, I want to talk about Tim's story just because for me in this movie, it was about Tim. Like, yes, it's Bart, we're following him, but his kind of like storyline kind of stole the show for me. And, you know, I drew one of these on my wrist.
We were just saying we should have done that. That's so sweet.
You know, and like, just because of the way, the idea
That's awesome.
you know, grief, gratitude, like I love that conversation, but I was wondering if it changed you in any way, being a part of this film.
100%. I've been talking a lot about grief and gratitude, and that being on this film, you know, so many people always talk about gratitude, start your day with gratitude, but I think people are more timid when it comes to the word grief, because that implies you have really gone through something or going through something, and that can be really scary to talk about or even admit. So the fact that in the same breath he can grief, gratitude, I just think it's simple and profound, and I think about it all the time. And I had no idea going into this project that that's what I would take from it. But it's also like when you're around him and around Hillary and you just listen to him speak in the way that he just like jumps into your soul right away. Like there's no small talk with him, but then he's also so funny and quick and engaged, and you're just like, I was so inspired by the two of them and by the way that he leads his life that I think about them all the time. I just wrapped on another project and I found that there was days where I would think about him and the conversations we had on set. Amy Grant actually told me, I was at the CMAs, and she actually said, I think about Tim Timmons' story all the time, and I make sure that I have gratitude daily. I was like, I'm going to go tell him that, Amy Grant.
The Amy Grant.
The real Amy Grant.
I will pass this
awesome.
message, yeah.
You know, it's so funny. I watched the movie and I was like, there's no way this guy is as charming as Milo is making him out to be. And then I watched his Instagram and I just met him right now, and
He's
absolutely
so disarming in the best way, right?
Yeah.
Like you feel like you're his buddy from, with all of them. You feel like you're their buddies from the off. It's so cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I do have to wrap, but I have to say this. I'm a late adopter to the Vampire Diaries.
Oh!
And I'm a big Lexi fan.
Oh!
I have a Lexi myself. Her name's Made. She introduced me, but I just have to let you know. I'm just wondering if you think about that character still.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I am very grateful, especially for all the young women that come up to me and talk about how that character has inspired them. Because she's strong and she's funny.
Yeah.
And that's how to, like, long live Lexi.
Yeah.
Because of what everyone has made her, which is very special to me.
I know. I'm late to the game, but I love her. But thank you guys so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Like I said, the movie's quite powerful, and I'm sure it's going to touch a lot of hearts out there.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Really appreciate it.